Ladies and gents, welcome back to the TSR YouTube channel. It's time for episode number 2 of our player career mode. Here at Sheffield Wednesday, the season has just started and it looks like we're about to make our debut in the Championship as a full-time player. It looks like we're going to be starting the game for a very first time at this level. We have a game against Stoke City coming up. Before we dive into it and have a little look at where our player is, our rating and our attributes, and look at the fixtures for today, as always, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel for all of your FC26 career mode content. So we've got 2 saves on the go, player career mode and our glory hunter. Both of them will be coming this week, as always. I'm going to try and do 3 uploads a week. That may fail. We'll at least do 2 and keep the content coming your way. The links to the Twitch and the Discord are also down below. So get yourself involved as much as you would like. Also, down in the comments, feedback on the save would be greatly appreciated, as always. I touched on very briefly in the last episode how we would spend our points, because, of course, it's not too difficult to earn points in the game. So what I'm going to do, every time we score or get a man of the match performance, I think we'll spend some points. Maybe an assist we'll spend 1. A goal will spend 2, a man of the match will spend 2. I'll try and work out. If you've got any ideas about how you think that system should work, let me know down in the comments. I want to make sure that we don't just become a 90 rated player within a season and a half. So I'm a little bit conscious about putting too much in too soon. We've got 4 to currently spend. We won't spend them as they are. And of course, we don't have a specialization as of yet. Our personality traits, tier 3, we've got a couple of little points here and there. Nothing more to unlock at this stage, though, but I'll keep you updated with that progress as and when it happens. So the fixtures coming your way, as always. 5 of them we will play. 3 of them will actually play. 2 of them we will simulate. Of course, we will try and keep our place in the starting 11. That is not guaranteed, though. We'll have to make sure our performances are good enough and our training is. It is Stoke at home first, before Wrexham away, Burnley in the Cup, Swansea at home, and then Bristol City at home in the league. So plenty of games coming your way. We will dive straight into the action. We're going to make our full debut, and it's a big game to come up first. Welcome to Hillsborough then. It is our full debut in the Championship and also our home debut. We are yet to grace the grounds of Hillsborough yet, and we are going to do that today with our first start. And on the face of it, I was not expecting to maybe make a start as quick as this, but given the squad that Sheffield Wednesday have, we're actually, kind of where the highest rated player is 71. That is Cooper, the captain, who plays centre half. So it's not unrealistic that a young 17-year-old that's come through the system would be making a start. They've seen it happen plenty of times already this season. So it's happening already in this virtual version of Sheffield Wednesday's season. As hopefully we can get ourselves off to a good start, get ourselves on the ball early. We do. We're going to try and go back. That should have gone to low, and that's a early loss of possession from us. Stoke on the ball. Pearson trying to get the ball. There's a dispossession for us. There's the ball. 1 back from our earlier mistake, and now we can play the ball into low. That's good from us. That's the kind of player we want to be. And now we're going to bomb forward. Now we're going to ask for the ball through from low. He doesn't give us the ball. Goes to Calamateri instead. Goes back, but that's a good quick breakaway. That is exactly what we're looking to do in this position. Plenty of chances to get on the ball, that is for sure. We give the ball away again. That was maybe a bit of a hospital pass, but some early signs are there for us. Chance for Stoke to come forward again, but Shalaba's there. We'll potentially give the ball away. No, we just about keep hold of it. Ingleson comes forward. So we're going to get plenty of scrappy games, and again, I want to try and get ourselves into as many positions as possible to try and drive games forward. But with the team that we've got, we are going to have to soak up quite a bit of pressure as the season goes on, that's for sure. That's a nice through ball there to Valerie. We're going to ask for the ball back, though, and just look to potentially reset the players. Nothing's really on. We'll cut across. That's a good ball into Shalabat. Having plenty of the ball in this opening exchanges. Stoke are a good side, and we will struggle at times this season, but we just need to try and put our best foot forward for our own career progression, if nothing else. Ball potentially coming through. Shot from distance. Good save from Johnson. That's the positions we want to be in. That is exactly what we're looking for. We have a chance from the corner to potentially create something else as we will stay on the edge. We're not going to get it in the box here. We're not the biggest player in the world as we do lose the ball, and that is a poor decision to go short. Stoke just ever growing into the game, and already you can see our fitness bar in the bottom left-hand corner is low. Our fitness and lack of game time, just lack of football experience. We are absolutely knackered already by the looks of it. So it may be not a full 90 minutes. I mean, we did just play a full 90 minutes in the week, so I wouldn't expect to play full. And the main thing here is not getting an injury to our players so early in our career. Find ourselves on the ball again. Find Shalaba. Shalaba can potentially look to play the ball back to us. If he'd have just held the ball up a little bit longer, that would have been the key. We are struggling with this work rate, though, and getting up and down the pitch. It's something we're going to have to think about in terms of our style in the early parts of our career mode as we leave a little bit of a late one on the player. The referee doesn't wave play on though, so we shouldn't be getting pulled up for that, with a bit of like Pearson in the middle. Just looking to potentially try and create something happen. We're in a good position here to potentially stem this attacking flow and force something as we'll ask for the double up play. And there we go. There is the interception. We are going to lose the ball straight back again. And that is nothing more than our legs have gone in the first 45 minutes. We need the half-time break like a hole in the head. And it should come. The referee, for some reason, hasn't blown his whistle. Will now blow his whistle as we put the ball on. Half-time whistle goes. Good, solid 45 minutes on our home debut, though. Ourselves on the edge of the box. Can Shalaba look to make a run, does make a run, goes into a little bit of pocket of space though, and Pearson goes inside us. And again, the half-time break didn't quite replenish my fatigue as much as I was hoping. Going to put the ball in here. That's a really good tackle though. Up and down the pitch. Again, I'm not sure how much longer we'll be on the pitch for because of our fatigue, but we are putting in a very solid performance in the midfield, and the gaffer will absolutely love this. Stoke coming forward again. Chance for them to potentially create their first clear-cut opportunity of the game. Bernard does extremely well. We'll call for it from Amas in the middle. Can we now look to counter-attack? Can we get the ball down the byline? No, we can't. Ball gets lost again. Now we don't want to concede from our mistake. We don't want that to be what we are remembered for in this game because we put in such a good performance so far. We do manage to stem the flow, though, which is good news for us. Chance for Stoke with just 12 minutes to go. Ball comes into the box. Can we get it clear? Bernard does get it clear. Can we win the second ball? Just about. Can Lowe find us through the middle? No, we do call for it, but that is a mistake, and that is a mistake. They can potentially lead to a goal. It does. That is my call. Okay, yeah, we didn't make the pass, and maybe when we called for it, it could have been better, but that is all completely on us. Bad communication has led to a goal. It may well be our afternoon done as well, as we're absolutely knackered. The gaffer's probably got to get us off because we've got no legs left, but that could be the only goal of the game, and it could be staring down at the first defeat of the season. And the end of our game it was. We were substituted just after the goal, and it was a 1-0 defeat. Barry Bannon replaced us, but not a bad performance. Again, we did put in a pretty stellar performance, and we had a 9 rating, so the standout player on the pitch. It was technically our fault we conceded, though. We will simulate the game against Wrexham then. With us starting in the midfield, it looks like apart from Ugbo coming into the squad, it is the same team that lost last time out. So fingers crossed we can get a result here. Fingers crossed we can get our first win of the season. We do, a 2-1 win. That is great news. Lowe got the first goal for O'Brien equalised. Ugbo got the second and final goal for us. 2-1 win, 3 points on the board. We're off and running for the season. We will also sim the Carabao Cup game against Burnley. Not too fussed about playing this. A game that I'm not really expecting to win. So this is the obvious one to simulate and focus on the league. A 1-0 defeat isn't the worst result. We do play another full 90 minutes, though. Back on home soil once again, then, as the early league leaders, Swansea City, come to town. As we are just looking to put in a good performance. We want our best in that simulated game against Burnley, by all accounts. And I had to make a small apology to the fans for that, as we do win the ball early, but go straight to a Swansea player. So I'm expecting a tough game here. Yeah, I need to try and preserve my fitness a little bit better, as we do really well to win the ball there early and get the ball back. That will be a good start to us and please the fans. From Sheffield Wednesday to go back to Barry Bannon. Inside to Lowe. Oh, it's just over the top of the bar. And it wouldn't have been an assist, but we would have had a major say in that. And that really should be hitting the back of the net. He took it first time. It's just agonisingly gone back and hit the stanchion. That would have been a big moment in the first 10 minutes of this game. It's again for us to come forward. Ugbo finds Lowe. We are just trying to barrel forward. Can Lowe find us? Lowe does find us. We're potentially in on goal. What a challenge that is from Kambango. That was a perfect run and exactly what we wanted Lowe to do. He just couldn't quite find our feet. That is why we need fitness, because we need to get up and down this pitch, because now you can see we're already back in our defensive duties and just trying to refine the shape that we were in, trying to cut off the passing lanes to stop this Swansea attack. Can we stop this? We do stop this Swansea attack. Big challenges in the midfield. And midfield general we are becoming, and now we can look to counter-attack through Lowe. Try and make an option in the midfield again if we can. Back to Bannon, and Barry Bannon loses the ball. Shalabat finds ourselves on the edge of the box. We'll have a pot from distance. Oh, it's a really good save. We are knocking on the door of making a big impact in this championship game. You've got to feel that first goal, that first assist is right around the corner. We are putting in another perfect display so far, but it may mean absolutely nothing if we can't get the result. And hopefully for us, Swansea fluff their lines early in the second half, Swansea with a chance to potentially create something. Us stepping out, trying to find Fulton. Gilbreth now back to Fulton and just trying to preserve a bit of energy. We've done a lot better at that this game. We're nowhere near as tired, and there we are again in the midfield, bossing it. Absolutely nowhere for Swansea to go, and now we can counter-attack. Now Lowe's there. Can Lowe find us? Ugbo goes out wide instead. Can Valerie find us with a through ball? It was nearly perfect. Yeah, and we are making the perfect runs. This is exactly what we want to do. The end product just hasn't quite been there as of yet. Chance for Swansea to create something. They've not really been in this game too much, but we know the threat that they can provide, and now we just need to just try and force them into a mistake. Just try and force them into something a little bit crazy. That's a good challenge from us, though. Now we can counter-attack. Now we can make something happen. Plays the ball through to Ugbo. Ugbo goes back to Lowe. Lowe can't get out of his feet. There's nobody with him. There's just not enough width in the attack. It's so narrow, and we couldn't change that, unfortunately. Create one more opportunity. We go into Lowe. Lowe can go out wide. No, he can't. Maybe all she wrote for this game as the clock ticks down, and we may have one more bit of defensive work to do as 1 minute is added on in this game, and Swansea are coming through. Sung is through. Sung is going to shoot, and he's put it wide. He could have won it at the end. It would have been cruel on us because I think we put in a pretty good display on a personal point of view. We had a couple of nice bits of possession. The rating wasn't too bad. Just didn't quite create enough in front of goal, but that isn't always the bad thing. Did our job, 0-0. Welcome to the third and final game of this episode then. Can this be the episode where we get our first assist or professional goal in the colours of Sheffield Wednesday? We've come close on a couple of occasions. Nothing too clear-cut. A couple of half chances at best, but we put in some good performances. We are firmly in this starting lineup as it stands, and that's another ball won, and hopefully win a throw, potentially win the ball back we do. But a good bright start to our career, if nothing else, as Ugbo does really well. And we are going to barrel forward now. We've spoken about that chance. Can we get that chance? We're not the quickest player in the world. We're going to call for it back. We're going to square it. No, we're not. Randall with a big challenge to deny us on the edge of the area. Chance for us to come forward with the ball yet again, and we are going to keep running here. We are going to keep running. Now we're going to look for the ball for Lowe. That's a perfect ball. Surely this time he's got to score. He does. There's the assist. There's the moment that we wanted. And that is the dream scenario as we make our first big impact. Assist number 1 as a professional footballer. Tick in the box. Thank you very much. We lead at Bristol City. Bristol City looking for an instant response to that Jamal Lowe goal. To our first assist. But there's the tackle. And now we can look to counter-attack again. As we're on our bike yet again. We couldn't get a second, could we? We potentially could get a second. Plays it into Ogbo. Plays it into Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe, can we have the ball back, please? We could get our first goal. Oh, it's saved. Oh, it should have been our first professional goal. The wait for that will continue, but Ogbo's in again. No, Jamal Lowe on the rebound. Goal! It's 2-0 to Sheffield Wednesday, and we are playing some free-flowing football. Jamal Lowe gets his second off the game. Thank you very much. Things that you love to see. We are playing some wonderful football here. Coming forward again, Ogbo into ourselves, finds Jamal Lowe. Can we get on the overlap? Can we ask for the ball through? We're in again here. This time, is this our first goal? No, Lumley saves. Oh, we are getting in those spots. We are on the same wavelength as Jamal Lowe and Ogbo, but the keeper is just denying us and desperate for us not to score. Bannon finds ourselves again. Can we find Lowe? Do find Lowe. Lowe shoots. Oh, good save from Lumley again. Could have been another. So we could have had 2 assists and 2 goals in this first half. By far our best performance. Our rating reflects it. We're on a 10. There is a long way to go, but another half like that, we are going to be turning some heads in the Championship. Let me just create a thing. We go back to Bannon. Shrew say, don't force anything. We've had a good game for now. We don't want to spoil it in this second half. Let's keep the pass completion rate up. Let's keep the momentum there and see if we can potentially sneak ourselves another moment as we do lose the ball on the edge of the box. Big second half, though. This would be a big statement victory as we look just to get off to a good start. We've got 4 points so far this season. We're looking for 3 more here tonight to come forward. We are there to dispossess. Again, we've got to make sure we focus on our defensive duties as well as the attacking. Of course, the glory comes from scoring goals and getting assists. The hard yards come from areas like that where we're just picking the ball up and winning the ball back and being that outlet that our squad needs. Just trying to stop any option. We don't want to give them a sniff back into this game. This could be it though. Knight shoots. Good save from Horvath. Good rebound save from Horvath as well. Picks up the loose ball. Bristol City's first big attempt. It's taken them 62 minutes. But that is the threat that they can pose. And our sign that this game is not done. Low again coming forward again. We're going to try and give Ugbo an option. We're going to go back to Low. That for our second assist of the game. It is. It is perfection as we smash the ball into the back of the net. Jamal Low gets a hat-trick. We get our second assist. Things that you love to see. We're an absolute fire here. Bristol City, chance to get back into the game. Hits the post. Bristol City are not going down without a fight. What a game of football this has been. By the way, by far, not just my best performance, but the best team performance of the season so far. But Bristol City have had a couple of chances in the second half, and 3-0, I wouldn't say it flatters us, but damn, they definitely could have got one. They definitely should have one. Maybe two on that score sheet. Find ourselves on the edge of the box again. Back to Ingleson. Back into Jamal Low. He couldn't get a fourth, could he? He's out of a shot for distance. He's hit the bar himself. It looked like an absolute nothing opportunity, but when you're flowing with as much confidence as Jamal Low is, you have a dig. It skimmed the top of the post and then nearly gave us our fourth and him his fourth. Hopefully that will be all she wrote. We've got a few minutes left of this game just to try and see out. Bristol City are not giving up. That's going to be surely offside. It is offside, I think. A hell of a finish from Twine. It is going to be ruled out for offside. And that should just about be that. Congratulations in the tunnel. Are in order. 2 assists, a 10 rating.
And now they want to talk to you.
The media want a word. Our first after the game interview. I don't think we'll get man of the match. Obviously, Jamal Low will probably get that man of the match award after his scintillating performance. But some post-match reaction from us. In fact, we do get player of the match. Jamal Low has been absolutely robbed. We do get player of the match. It does mean we can spend some points as well to develop our player. So 2 assists. We said a point for an assist, 2 points for a man of the match. So we will do just that. We will look to, let's go short passing. We'll get 1 on there. Let's go for a bit of finishing, just because we do find ourselves in there. We will also go standing tackle 1, which means we've got 1 left to do. Let's do vision and add 1 more to that. And apply those 4 upgrades, which will take us to a 70 rated. So have a new play style. We're going to go with incisive pass. We're going to look to try and play a lot of through balls to Ugbo and Jamal Low up front. So I think that makes the most logical sense. Progression is starting to take shape. As far as episodes go, that is not a bad one. A high performance. We will praise our teammates as well. And I can't take all the credit. Jamal Low did score a hat-trick. But as far as episodes go, that is not a bad one. Let's have a little look at the table. As things stand, after 5 games, we are on 8 points, 2 wins, 2 draws, just 1 defeat so far. Things looking pretty good compared to the real life situation. Swansea still top, Millwall in second, Coventry in third, West Brom, Southampton and Preston make up the early playoff spots. Down at the foot of the table, side struggling, Charlton, Oxford and Wrexham, the sides at the bottom. Fixtures for episode number 3, which will come your way very, very shortly. It's Portsmouth away in the league before QPR at home, Birmingham away, Coventry at home, Charlton away. Fixtures coming thick and fast. We're up to a 70 rated. Things are starting to look good. Our first 2 assists in the bag. We've cemented our place in the starting 11. Our career's off to a flyer. As always, please do subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And I'll see you very soon for episode number 3.